Parshas Vayikra starts off with the laws of the karbonis, of the sacrifices in the Beis Hamikdash, and it says, "Adam ki yaakov mikem," a person when he shall bring forth from him, from you, mikem, from you, a sacrifice to Hashem. Adam ki yaakov mikem, says Chazal, this excludes anything stolen. If you steal an animal, you cannot bring it as a sacrifice, because it says Adam ki yaakov mikem, a person, but the word Adam also signifies, it also symbolizes the first person in the world that ever was created, Adam HaRishon. And when Adam HaRishon had an animal, it was definitely his, because there was nobody else there to say that it's somebody else's. There was no way that he could steal even if he wanted to. So therefore, a person, when he brings a sacrifice, it has to be his, just as by Adam HaRishon. Rav Dessler points out, interesting, so we find other mitzvahs where the Torah demands that it be yours. The 4 species that we bring on Sukkot, lulav and esrog, have to be your lulav and esrog. If you steal a lulav and you use it, you're not yotze, because it says lachem, it has to be yours. And we even know that it has to be so yours that you're not even allowed to borrow a lulav on the first day of Sukkot. It has to be completely yours. It has to be given to you as a present if it's somebody else's. It has to be yours. But we have laws, and we learn them from different words. Never do we find that it has to be yours like it was by Adam HaRishon. Why this exaggeration? It has to be so yours, just like by Adam, that there was not even a question that everything belonged to him. Rav Dessler says as follows: the philosophers ask a question, how is it possible that the Torah demands of a person not to be jealous? Do not want something that belongs to your friend. Leisachmed, one of the 10 commandments. Leisachmed, do not want that belongs to your friend. How could I want it? I desire it. You're not allowed to desire it. How can somebody be commanded not to want something, not to be jealous of somebody else and want something that belongs to somebody else? Dessler brings the words of the Ibn Ezra, famously said that if a person would realize how much that object that belongs to your friend, how it is impossible that it would ever be yours, then there would never be a question of desiring that belongs to your friend. You covet that belongs to your friend because in your mind you think, maybe I can get it somehow. But if you would realize that what Hashem gave him is his, and it will never become yours, then there's no even thought process that can bring a person to desire. So when the Torah tells you, Leisachmed, do not desire that belongs to your friend, what it means to say that come to the conclusion and the understanding that whatever belongs to your friend is his completely and will never be yours. Rav Dessler takes us one step further. The idea of a carbon, the idea of a sacrifice, the word carbon comes from the word hiskarvus, kiruv, to become closer. A person, for some reason, feels distanced from Hashem. Maybe he sinned and he's bringing a carbon chatas, or maybe he just wants to feel closer to Hashem, so he brings a carbon oila or a shlamim. By bringing that carbon, he is professing his desire to become closer to Hashem. In order to become closer to Hashem, a person has to be completely clean and realize that it has to come from himself. If it has any relationship with something that belongs to somebody else, it's not from you. You cannot give from yourself and sacrifice from yourself to become closer to Hashem using something that belongs to somebody else. But even more than that, not only physically take something that belongs to somebody else and bring to Hashem is excluded from the possibility of bringing a carbon, but he has to be so clean. Rav Dessler calls it gzelas halev, from theft of the heart. He has to be completely clean of theft and even theft of the heart. He can't even think that something that belongs to somebody else might one day belong to him. He has to be completely clean from theft, and then he can bring a carbon, like Adam HaRishon. Adam HaRishon never even had the thought process that can lead to him saying, I want to steal. What do you want to steal? Everything belongs to you. There's nothing that doesn't belong to you. Adam ki yaakov mikem, to bring a carbon, to become closer to Hashem, you have to sacrifice from yourself. It has to be understood that what you're giving is yours, and you are giving it from yourself. If it has any indication that it comes from somebody else, or maybe I'll take from somebody else, or maybe I'll want to take from somebody else, Hashem says that is not a complete carbon. A complete carbon has to be completely from yourself, completely with the understanding of what's yours. Completely is yours. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. Then you can come to Hashem and say, I voluntarily sacrifice of myself in order to be closer to you. Hashem should give us all the possibility to become close to Hashem, to bring ourselves closer to Hashem by giving from ourselves. In order to give from ourselves, to be able to come to the realization that what Hashem gives you is yours, completely yours. Use it for whatever you want, and with that, you can become closer to Hashem. If you start thinking that maybe something else might belong to you, then that's a hindrance to be able to bring a proper korban. Good Shabbos. To subscribe, you'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.